Good morning. It's day 21. Still at San Jacinto State Park. Yeah, it's about probably 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm here with Noodles. See your van there behind me. We camped here. Not gonna hike out till tomorrow. Decided I should wait one more day on my blisters. They're feeling a lot better today. Got started on the antibiotics, but I feel like it would just re-aggravate them if I try to hike today. So even though I want to get going, I feel like it'd probably be better if I give them one more day. I think they'll be in pretty good shape by tomorrow. So I have Grumpy's picking me up at 8, and I will head back to mile 151 to do San Jacinto. There's a couple long water carries, and there's a couple springs I'll have to go to get water that are off the trail, so you gotta hike down quite a ways and back up. It's kind of a pain, but necessary.
Oh, your side.
There he is. You got a new tie this year.
He has a whole wardrobe, he does.
Yeah. Very nice. Good morning. It's the beginning of day 22. I am finally leaving Idlewild, thank God. It's been a nice day here, but I am bored to death and ready to start hiking. My feet feel pretty good today. I would say they're at about 80%. They're not like, it's not completely healed, but it's pretty good. I've got them wrapped in wool. Thanks for the tip, Sarah. And I'm on antibiotics, so they're looking much better. So anyway, I am leaving the campground. It's about 7:40, I think, in the morning, and Grumpy is picking me up to take me back to by Paradise Valley Cafe, where I left off at mile 151. And the plan is to just head straight over San Jacinto to Cabazon. So I will talk to you when I get to the trail. All right. I just got back on trail. Not sure what time it is. Probably close to 9. I'm at mile 151. Just starting San Jacinto. It's warm out. Feels like it's gonna get pretty warm today. All right. So here is the trail sign. I don't remember the sign last time, but I'm trying to get to Live Oak Spring Trail. There's another spring there too, Tunnel Spring, that I'll probably be going to for my first water. I'd like to get to Phobes Trail. There's camping there. I don't know if I'll make it that far today, though. We'll see. 28 miles to Saddle Junction. And yeah, this is new too. When snow is present, spikes required beyond PCT mile 169, or take alternate route. Huh. So I don't have spikes with me. I ended up sending them home because I've heard that the snow is pretty well cleared. There's some patchy snow, but that spikes are not required anymore. So yeah, it's supposed to be fairly good. So anyway, feels weird. I haven't hiked in, since Sunday night. So this is, well, this would be day 4. Huh. It's funny, I don't remember this stuff last time. It was probably here, but memory of Adam Elam. Huh. Okay. So I'm gonna take my zip offs off here pretty quick. Put some sunscreen on. And got about 3.5, 4 miles before we really start climbing. So, no wind though. Last time I did this section up at about mile 8 from here, it was super windy. So, means it's going to be hotter, but probably get some good views up there today. Got a view of the mountain there. Yep. Pretty out. Trail's nice and sandy right now. Good way to get warmed up since I haven't hiked in a bit. Feet are feeling pretty good right now. Hope that continues. I'm about 2 miles in, and I've made it to these boulder fields. Yeah, it is warm out. It's been a nice hike so far though. Not real steep yet. It's good warm up before I have to start climbing. It is warm. I'm down to my shorts. Put some sunscreen on. Put my bandana on my head. Yeah, it was still kind of wet because I washed it this morning, so help cool my head off a little bit. Keep the sun off my ears and my neck, so yeah, just gonna keep plugging along. Feet still feeling pretty good, but really what will be the telltale will be at the end of the day, the last half of the day. So it's usually when they start bothering me. So we will see. Big old rocks. Beautiful valley. Okay, I've just stopped for my first break. I've done about 4 miles and gonna get ready to start climbing now. I've got about a 2,000-foot climb in the next, I don't know, 7 miles, I think. Something like that. Yeah, and about halfway through it, I got to stop and climb down some hill to get water from a spring and then climb back up. So it's warm out. So I'm hoping there's at least a little breeze. You're kind of in a saddle on part of it. So I'm guessing there'll be some wind up there, but it says it's about 75. I'm in the shade right now though, but so it's probably more like 80, but it feels pretty warm, but doing all right. Feet are feeling a little fatigued, but nothing, no specific spots are hurting or anything, so that's good. So I'm just gonna have a snack here and rest my feet for a minute, and then I'm gonna carry on. All right, I'm about 7/10 of a mile to Tunnel Springs and Oak Spring, which I'm probably gonna go to Tunnel Springs. Yeah, just been climbing. I think I've climbed about 800 feet. Still got a long ways to go, like 1,200 more feet. But still a little hot. Lots of lizards today. trails just kind of weaving through all this granite. So parts of it's sandy, and then there's parts of it where you're have to make big steps up rocks and stuff. So you can kind of see up ahead there where the trail's going around the side here. Okay, I just went down to Tunnel Springs, which is a 1/4 mile steep downhill, climb back up. But I got like another 2.5 liters of water, so I think I have 4.5 liters, which will get me through the rest of the day tonight, and hopefully to the next water source. I'm not sure which one I'm going to stop at yet. I'll have to look at it depending on how far I go. But yeah, it was kind of a trek, but good water. It's like a big trough with a pipe, spring-fed pipe going into the trough, so it's nice and clear. Yeah. So anyway, I still have like a little over another 1,000 feet to climb today, and then it kind of goes downhill. So I'm trying to make it to the downhill part to camp tonight, maybe at Phobes Ranch if I can make. I'm not sure if I can make it that far, but I'm going to try. And then I'll be right at the bottom where you climb up to Apache Peak. So that is the plan. My blisters seem to be doing good. My heels are kind of sore today. And I think it's probably partly due to the new shoes. These are wide. I have them laced so they don't, my heels aren't rising too much, but they are kind of sore. So I think I'll be all right though. I mean, I'm not like in excruciating pain or anything. They're just know they're there. So the wind's kind of picked up here. I'm just having a little snack before I keep climbing. You can see the trees behind me here, but it feels good because it's warm out. So it's cooling me off a little bit. Okay, I'm beat. I've only done 10 miles and I've been beat since mile 8. It's all been uphill. I'm at 7,000 feet. So I've climbed a little over 2,000. And I think I'm going to camp right here. It's kind of windy up here, but I'm protected by the trees fairly good. So yeah, I think I'm just going to call it quits and try to do 15 tomorrow. So it's not really where I wanted to stop. I wanted to do at least 12 to 14, but I'm whooped. 3 days, zeros is not good for trail legs for sure. So, but it is what it is. Hopefully I'll have more energy tomorrow. So I am going to get my tent set up. Good evening. Got settled in my tent. Tent's not even, and I knew that when I set it up, but it's a little more of a hill than I thought it was. So I'll probably be sliding off my mattress all night. I ended up putting my 1/8 inch pad underneath it so the mattress wouldn't slide, but I'm still sliding on the mattress. Anyway, I've got kind of sideways in my tent, so hopefully that'll help. But anyway, I'm comfortable laying down. Got my latte. That's my reward I give myself when I get to camp. I get a coffee at night. It's just a nice treat and it warms you up. And then I cook my dinner. So yeah, just kind of unwinding. It was a tough day. Yeah, I was a little disappointed in my body. My blisters are doing fabulous. No problems at all with them. When I took my socks off and checked them all, they're all good. I listened to a friend, Sarah, who hiked in 2019, and she suggested I try lamb's wool and wrap it around them. And so I got some at the pharmacy in Idlewild and have that on my feet today, and then just like wrap the blisters in them, covered them, and then put a Band-Aid over it. Golden. Thank you, Sarah. Really, they didn't hurt, none of them hurt me all day, so I'm grateful for that. I am getting some pain in my left Achilles, but I've been going uphill all day too. So brand new shoes, over 2,000 feet of gain, and not hiking for 3 days. I mean, yeah, my feet were not liking me today. They hurt all over, but definitely my Achilles. I don't think it's injured. I think it's just, I don't know. One of the reasons I stopped early, though, I don't want to agitate it. And I was just done. As soon as I stopped and got water at Tunnel Springs, which was a climb. You have to climb down a 1/4 mile and then climb back up, and it's pretty steep. But I had to get water. And there was a number of people doing the same thing. You know, there's all the options for water for this one. The next source is also a mile down to Apache Spring, unless I can make it all the way to Keats Creek, and I think it's like 17 miles from here. So I have almost 3 liters of water right now, but by the time I get done here, I mean, I'll still have like 2, maybe 2.5, but we will see. I don't know. That's a long ways. And there's a lot of elevation tomorrow, too. I think there's another 2,000 to 3,000 feet of climbing. So I'm probably going to have to do another 2 miles off trail to get water. I'm just going to assess it when I get there. Yeah. Kind of frustrating. I really don't. Especially since I only could do 10 today. I don't even think it's quite 10. I think it was like 9.5 or something. So yeah, I was just felt like I was getting a little bit of my trail legs too on that. Before I took 3 days off, I mean, I felt really good climbing on the way to Paradise Valley Cafe. I mean, there was a lot of climbing in that whole section, and I wasn't struggling at all. But today I'm just like drained. Yeah, like it was one of the reasons I stopped, because I was going so slow and I was having to stop like every, I don't know, 50 feet. You know, it's just like, okay, might as well just camp, regroup, get a good night's sleep, and hit it in the morning, you know, and hopefully tomorrow will be better. You know, this is typical when you take a few days off. You know, 1 day off is fine. 2 or 3 or more, it's not so good, you know, for your trail legs. So anyway, it's very windy outside, but I'm kind of protected from the trees, so my tent really isn't blown around much, but it's, you know, definitely windy up here. I think if I would have kept going, though, the next like 2-3 miles is kind of on this ridge. It still does a little bit of climbing, but almost to the top. They would have been even windier, so I didn't think I had it in me to make it to the downhill part where I wanted to camp at Forbes Branch Trail. Yeah, that's a good place because it's down a little lower. It's probably a little warmer and less windy, but anyway, it is what it is. I seen these campsites and I just like, yeah, you probably should stop, because at least they're protected from the wind somewhat. Take what you can get. So anyway, hopefully I can do more miles tomorrow, and because I'm going straight over San Jacinto, I'm not going down to Idlewild. I've already been there, so trying to get to Cabazon by Monday morning to meet my sister Debbie. So I'm just gonna keep plugging along, do whatever I gotta do to get there on time. So all right, have a good evening, and I will see you tomorrow.